Hello everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. So before we start the next chapter, we've got a little bit of stuff to do in the first 10 minutes, and then by that I mean we've got to promote some classes, and we have to listen to quite a few supports. And this time, Linhardt and Hubert are actually going to get a lot of the attention. But first things first, Benedetta, yeah, obviously Archer. She can become Cavalier, but I want my Archer for the extra bow range, and Benedetta works well with a bow. Again, oh my god, the fucking horses in this game, they're huge, which is what it should be. Battle horses are big. Oh, but bless her soul, she's so cute. I mean, I know there's Shamir as the sniper, but for now, I don't have Shamir on my team, so, Benedetta it is. Also, Benedetta is progressing very, very nicely. Again, because with some units, getting them to their higher classes is kind of difficult because I'm trying to specialize in so many areas, whereas Benedetta's pretty much Lance, bow, riding, so she's always good. Stat bonuses. Remember when these used to mean something? No, because Free Houses does it so frequently, it makes sense. Just thinking back to like Genealogy and Binding Blade, where you got so many additional stat boosts for units, it was fucking ridiculous. But why am I checking items? Never mind. Oh yeah, Marianne's helping out, which is actually very useful in this chapter because she's a good healer. Because the distance in this chapter sucks. But anyway, yeah. So Edelgard and Hubert of all people. Well, this is going to be interesting. But again, it's mostly along the same thing of Hubert, sorry, not Hubert, Linhardt. You need to apply yourself for Linhardt's like, but I don't care for this in particular, but I like these things, I want to study this, but, you can't, again, I mean, other people are a lot more resilient. Like, Edelgard is the type of, and Fernand will be the type of people where it doesn't matter what they do, they'll give it 110%. But not everyone's like that. We all have different mentalities. Obviously, Edelgard's got more pressure on her, and stuff like that, whereas Linhardt's probably, I don't exactly know what his family connection is, or how much, like, his family relies on him, but I get the feeling he's probably a bit more, like, in the backlines. Yeah.
I suspect you'll find the topic rather entertaining.
Linhardt's face on fire sometimes.
What more do you need? Crest research is its own reward.
But obviously, he is a big fan of
You could become a distinguished scholar.
But again, even when he wants to study something, he'll only do it when he's ready, he'll only do it in a certain way and stuff like that. And even then, the moment he gets bored, he'll just drop it. He doesn't have much resolve. Yeah.
I perform this research for my own knowledge.
Yeah, he's just doing it because he's interested. He's not trying to, like, further the academic, like, approach to crest research. It's just a case of, I like this, I'm going to study it, on board now. Again, I can get that. At the same time, if you're going to dedicate yourself to something, especially in this case crest research, which is very valuable, you might want to push yourself. Yeah.
Bizarre artistic creations. So I'm sure my not at all useful research could be used as a fine lullaby for the
But then he also, makes a good parallel.
Lullaby?
Again, people spend their time and money on pointless things all the time.
Sure, of course. Goodbye.
Yeah, but Edelgard's just like, for fuck's sake, could you be so lazy? You're just lucky you're a good healer. Yeah, and now, Hubert's got free support, so obviously Linhardt, Hubert, got lots to do. This one, this one I like, because these two clash.
I may be able to get the one up on Edelgard.
Newsflash, no you won't.
This again.
The only thing you can do is smile more often than her.
I wish you would not sneak up on me like that.
Metal Gear! Colonel,
Maybe you would be more perceptive.
we find this guy Linhardt. He seems to be wanting to well Edelgard. Colonel, I don't think that's possible.
Absurd. This is an important project. Yes,
But this is, because obviously, again, that's one of the things I like about Ferdinand. He's like the only person who's straight up, no, I'm going to try and one-up Edelgard, and I'm trying to be better than her. But, like, other people just don't try and challenge Edelgard, and Hubert's like, no, she is the best. But I like that, he's devoted to believing no one will beat her, and Ferdinand's like, no, I'm pretty sure I can, do that. So it's interesting, because he's stuck in his beliefs, and this guy's actively trying to challenge her.
And yet you never truly
and again, Ferdinand brings up a good point, too. It's like, all you do is dedicate yourself to Edelgard. Obviously, there is more to that than Hubert. I've seen it. But he is,
So I hope this will be the last.
It's like, it's all well and good for you to one-up Edelgard, but when all you do is talk about her, people won't take you seriously. Again, when you're too dedicated to something, or where all you talk about is one particular subject, no one's going to take you seriously.
I understand that.
Which makes sense. Again, unfortunately, I have encountered people like that, where I get that you're passionate, and I get that you like something, but when you literally just talk about just one thing, you easily start to lose interest. I like Fire Emblem just fine, but I can easily go conversations without talking about it. If it comes up, I'll gladly get very invested, but I can easily talk about so many other different things.
Does the river of filth pouring out of your mouth ever stop flowing?
Apparently not.
With all things superficial is disgusting. It's no use. You're hopeless.
So yeah, I can't remember if I get into beast support. I know Casper and Casper and Hubert do, but also Casper and Ferdinand. But I don't know about Ferdinand and Hubert. I'm curious. This is going to be interesting. So he's got another one, and this time with Linhardt. Again, it's kind of the whole, if I remember correctly, it's kind of like the same one Edelgard does, where he's like, come on, apply yourself.
Here again, I say.
Go away, Hubert. Now is not
For fuck's sake, Hubert, get lost. I actually wonder how everyone else gets on with Hubert, because I know Petra gets along with him just fine.
It's art.
Now is exactly the time.
Casper, not so much. Ferdinand, not so much.
About to start.
Yeah. Linhardt, well, I don't think Linhardt really gets along with anyone in the sense that he's just not very involved. And Edelgard gets on with him fine, but obviously he feels a bit distant. I wonder how he feels with the other students, because I'm sure some of the other students like the dude and Hilda just fine. I reckon Hilda's quite popular among the other students, but Hubert, like, he might be very, very singled out.
In the future.
The Empire requires you to be useful now. I should think you would want the same. You have an almost unparalleled intellect.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Linhardt. He is incredibly smart. That's probably why there's so much pressure on him. It's like, you have this much talent, use it for good use. But at the same time, remember, he is a person. He still has desires and he has things he doesn't like. So you can't force him to do this if he doesn't want to. You persuade him, but you can't force. But again, when someone has natural talent, obviously you want to really encourage that. And I get where people are coming from. He is very, very smart. So it's like, you know, push that intellect. You could do so well. But it's like, but I don't really want to. And again, no matter how hard you push, if they won't budge, they're not going to budge.
As if you're not going to leave me alone.
Yeah.
I just want to live a life doing things that
Interest me. Is that so wrong? See, again, no, it's not, because who wouldn't want to do that? We all just want to do stuff that interests us. I'm doing the same. I'm doing YouTube because I like it. It interests me. I could easily get a job doing something else. Well, then again, I don't plan on doing YouTube forever. I obviously want to move on to other things, but, you know, I could apply myself elsewhere, and there is stuff I am definitely skilled in, but they don't interest me as much, or I don't have the same passion, so obviously I'm going to do this as much as I can. That's just how it goes. You do what we want because that's human nature. We want to do stuff that's beneficial for us. And finally, Benedetta. Bless. This one's more on the sillier end of the spectrum, though. Again, I like Benedetta just fine, but sometimes, because of the nature of her character, some of her supports can be downright ridiculous.
It's so cold all of a sudden. It's as if an unspeakable evil.
Surprise! This is a surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Then yeah, Hubert does. Yeah, okay, Bernadetta's face is so expressive. I think, yeah, some of the characters like Leone, Bernadetta especially. I think Dimitri's pretty good. Yeah, again, the expressions on their faces and how animated they are is so good in portrait and in real time. It's really, really good stuff.
There have been sightings of a sinister figure carrying a sharp object. Wandering the
I'm pretty sure that's the Death Knight, but we're, you know, the Blue Lions file, we dealt with him and then some.
The glimmer of a needle in the dark.
I really do like Hubert's performance. They really bring out like the sinister nature of his voice. It feels very cold and booming. Obviously not to the point of being overly evil, just more so intimidating. The way he talks like this. You know, he sounds a bit like Snake. Colonel.
About what I expected.
Yeah. But I really do like the voice performance.
It's no good. I can't run anymore.
So I was walking and I kept up with you. That's why you get having a worse speed stat. Actually, I don't even know what. No, I think Bernadetta's got a good speed stat. It's a strength stat she's slightly lacking in, if I remember.
Please, let me compose my last will and testament.
So I'm going to die, aren't I? I mean, to be fair, if they went into a battle, Hubert would probably win, because, yeah.
A word of caution. How would you feel if you fell or bumped into someone while carrying around that needle?
Yeah, and he's just looking out for her. It's just the way, again, because of the way Hubert presents himself, he's not the he easily
managed to faint while standing up.
Yeah, I love that bit.
Well, I cannot see
It's like, what the actual fuck? That was so silly. Obviously, he's just trying to warn Benedetta, but because of how intimidating he is, Benedetta just, you know, just like, Brr. Sorry, it's funny.
La, 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 la. Such lovely weather for painting.
Bless, she's a baby.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
It's just
Benedetta's so weird. I love her though. She's like, she's an oddball, but she's a baby.
Am I in your way? I'm in your way. I'll just go. I'm going.
Oh, I can't wait till we get to the Dorothea spot. Then we just learn the truth, and then we all cry a little.
Still, so as not to bother you. How's that? If you
Can't remember how this
know,
support went
that's
down
fine,
though.
too.
No. I'll stay.
I mean, once again, Free Houses sometimes does fall into the trap of some of the supports are kind of like, what do you call it?
Say, aren't you usually holed up inside?
Kind of fall into the same repeated process of covering the same things, which is kind of what Linhart's do. But at the same time, I just like the interaction between the characters because they're just so really good.
Mad? At you? Never.
But yeah, it is interesting to see like Bernadetta's out in the wild, out in the open.
I
This is cool.
fantasize about shutting myself in my room and never going outside again. It sounds like...
Yeah, Linhart would like that.
However, I wouldn't be able to perform my research. That Bernadetta...
So
is
positives
wrong.
and negatives of it, yeah.
What? You admire
Yeah, again, the anxiety, good lord.
so you want
You could give Vendetta a thumbs up and she thinks she's that's a signal to kill her.
I've got you figured out. I won't just sit back and take it.
What? That's
Yes,
never...
to be fair, Bernadetta could probably beat Linhart because even with Linhart's good magic, I don't think he has very good bulk or speed.
Sorry. Please don't kill me.
Oh, she knows she saw the magic stat and ran. You're a weird one, Benedetta. You're a weird one, Bernadetta. Ooh, here's a good one. This one I actually end up really liking because
Oh, Caspar.
it kind of,
Just who I was hoping
yeah.
to see.
like, I mean, not much that's on Caspar's end, but more so Dorothea's end, because again, Caspar is a noble, and obviously Dorothea has a thing towards nobles, but then you realize that because of Caspar's position, him being a nobility doesn't mean much, because he doesn't have much to his name, because again, he's not like the first son or anything, he's the second son, and he all he has is his strength to prove himself. Again, this is a interesting point they brought up in Oran High School Host Cup, where Kyoya had two older brothers, so he had to really stand out to impress his father, because when your expectations are so high, and you're preceding siblings, the bar gets to a ridiculous level, and obviously that can be very damaging. So, Dorothea is again, it's showing Dorothea that just because I'm a noble doesn't mean I have everything laid out for me, because again, unless I prove myself, no one's going to give two shits about me, and I'm going to be left with nothing. I mean, Dorothea's got nothing because she's a commoner, that's the whole thing. But Caspar's like, I have to actually work to earn my... Yeah.
With all these guys who have tolerable personalities.
Yeah.
Oh, it gets tedious at times.
Oh, very tedious. Tell me about it.
One thing,
Yeah.
but it's important for my
So
future.
Caspar's just very much, I got to prove myself, but he's just very much living for himself, and Dorothea again is learning about,
Don't know if that's
while what
embarrassing.
Dorothea's doing makes sense, at the same time she shouldn't be so casual just to go out with anyone just because they'll provide for a future. You do want to think about who you actually want to spend the rest of your life with. Being financially minded is good. It is good to be realistic about these things, but don't let the realism cloud, like, just completely take you over and cloud the fantasy you want of falling in love with someone. Because obviously everyone wants to fall in love.
Nice if everyone saw it that way. Well then, Caspar, I need to get ready for my date. But shall we both agree to work hard for
Yeah,
our
so-
futures?
It's just good again, it's all about understanding and seeing things differently. And that's why I like Free Houses so much. Again, the cast just makes this game. It really does. If it was purely map-based and the cast was rubbish, this would probably be one of the lesser Fire Emblem games. Not the worst, I don't know, but one of the lesser. Again, there's still just like other things I love about it, like the presentation, the monastery stuff, all there is to do, free pathways, everything. Yeah.
But they were more afraid of an attack than they were of the storm. Let's end this quickly.
Yeah, we get to use Gilbert in this map. I'll talk about him once we actually start the battle.
There it is in the distance.
Nick
I don't see
must be more
shit.
skilled than your
Also,
average
am I the one who think the
speedster
backgrounds
who
look
taken a
weird, like the
place
way they're
somewhere.
rendered?
This area
They look like,
was the site of
instead of looking
massive
3D backgrounds, they just look like
100 years
weird
ago.
PNGs.
Invasions from the north were at their
But then again, it's Koei Tecmo, so I wouldn't be
Tower
surprised because they
was
helped
both
develop this game.
surveillance and defense. It would be difficult to seize it.
It's not difficult to seize it, it's tedious to seize it.
If I recall correctly, you're from the kingdom, aren't you?
I left my
Yeah, but also, again, this is another thing I like about Free Houses, where it involves everyone in the plot. Because if you play this on Blue Lions, Miklan is Sylvain's brother, so it's interesting to see them clash and Sylvain's take on it. It's the same with Ash and Lord Lonato. And again, I always like Fire Emblem games where the secondary characters feel more involved. That's why I like Path of Radiance so much, because, again, Titania, well, sounds more primary. Jill has a really good arc to herself, and then you get all the Lagoos and what they have to say, just in the main
There's no
story.
reason that crests should have the power
Again,
to
early
dictate
on, you
someone's
get to like
destiny.
Shimon and Gatry, their input on everything. It's just really interesting. And again, that's also why I like Blazing Sword, because Legault does some stuff, Pent and Louise get involved, Nino and Jafar have their own story arc. I really like this. And again, I think it's really cool. Plus, early on, in Lynn's bit, yeah, where's the chapter, just having everyone converse. I love when Fire Emblem games do that. So anyway, here we go. This chapter, I can't remember the name of it. All I know is, oh my god. Currently, This is my least favorite chapter in the whole of Three Houses because, fuck me, getting around it is tedious. It's way too stretched out. Because remember, most units on average have 4 or 5 move in this. So trying to get through this entire thing, it's way too spacious and it's way too long to get through. The enemy variety is good, there's stuff to get, and the boss fight here I absolutely love. I think the boss fight is fantastic just because of the story implications. But oh my god, it takes forever and a fortnight just to get around, and a lot of this map is just you as the end. Unless you bait out the enemies by attacking them, which I do with Vendetta, a lot of them are just standing around doing nothing, and I really, really don't like that. And again, the game also, this part is extremely choke heavy. And again, I don't mind choke heavy, but in Three Houses, especially early game, it's so choke heavy it can be downright obnoxious. Granted, something I do like about Three Houses, because I've noticed this, is that later on, like the game adjusts, like because again now you have more units, it becomes a lot more player face heavy because also the enemies become stronger. Because I noticed when I was doing some chapters, when I tried defending against just like holding a choke point against these brawlers, they fucking destroyed me because they were doing like ×4s and stuff. I was like, oh god. But when I went on the offenses, I was able to wipe out so many units in a single turn. So I like that Three Houses does in essence, you know, allow for nice dodge. Does actually a change for that. It's not choke heavy for the whole game. It does change things up as the game progresses and the unit gets stronger. Go Petra. Nicely done. So I really do like that. It's just early on, it's way too choke heavy and I don't like it. Because I think it's too choke heavy. I don't mind choke centered maps because again I play more defensive, but too choke heavy is just too much, as they say. And thank you, Marianne. So Marianne's really good here because of the physics, so she can heal from distance. The chapter as a whole, though, I recommend if you've got high movement units, good, but also good tanks. And oh my god, for the love of God, everyone, bring forth a damn. Make sure everyone's got a gambit because you're going to need it for the boss. I'm pretty sure you know who the boss is, but let's just say the boss really, really favors so gambits really help. I remember like saying this in the live stream. It's a shame that Ferdinand couldn't make use of the javelin, but Sylvain could at least. Oh.
Nerf this!
Yeah, she goes. Yeah. So that thing, the reason I did that is because I attacked him, it's going to bait him out, and all of them are going to come charging around. Oh, yeah, and this has respawning units, so be careful. Gilbert can hold his own against, because there's mages as well. Gilbert can hold his own, but I recommend having 2, maybe 3 at most people stay behind to assist him. He's got a lot of strength and stuff like that, and bulk, but he's slow, so he's going to get doubled very often. And it's not like he's going to take no damage. He will take damage, just little bits of damage, but he'll take a lot of it in a single phase. So just be wary. Be very, very wary. So yeah, I'm just skipping through all this. Again, I love that magic in this game, especially against knights. It's so bloody potent. Oh, Edelgard, you are just so awesome at this game. You just wreck all kinds of shit. It's unbelievable. But yeah, thanks to this, I was actually able to... Yeah, and he goes after Bernadetta. And Bernadetta's like, yeah, thanks to her being a thing, she's got extra range so she can easily retaliate, so fuck you. Oh, I love Bernie. Plus, again, one of my favourite personal skills. If someone like Edelgard or Dimitri had that personal skill, Jesus Christ! Like, good lord, that would have destroyed me. Oh yeah, watch out for the enemies as well. They have them gambits. So yeah, in he goes. So he took out a shit ton, but he's taking 6 damage and he's not dodging. But Gilbert is pretty good overall. Very reliable tank, and even like he can take magic damage as well. You just gotta be careful because he's slow as shit.
Nerf this!
So I'll go over that again. There she goes, little Bernie, doing 20. I look forward to when everyone's like a 3rd tier class or a master class. I heard master class in this game is one of its biggest problems because I don't know what it is. Either the promotion bonus isn't that good, or I'm guessing it's way too difficult to actually reach that. Like the requirements are fucking stupid. Because even I'm finding the whatchamacallit classes, in order to get 100% pass rate on the advanced class, it's not that easy. You have to make sure both things are like at the rank they want, and usually it's like B or A minimum. Well, no, A max, B, like usually B minimum, unless like Rider where it's C minimum, but like Paladin's like C minimum but B lance. So yeah, there is a lot to do in this chapter. Again, at the very least, I do like there is good enemy variety. There is a lot to do. It's just again, this it's frustrating, ladies and gentlemen. You son of a bitch. Don't worry, he'll be dead soon. But he's going.
This is our chance.
Oh yeah, go with the gambit and miss. Thank God. I also hope they power down the gambit so that like the debuffs aren't so bad. Because it's like, even after a gambit, you take like additional resolute damage, or residue damage, like, you know, that really sucks, and it affects people behind you too. So there he goes, and he's down. That's good to know. It's also Annette's dad, in case you didn't know. So yeah, that was really cool. Anyway, so that's the end of that part, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining in. Next time, we're going straight into the chapter. We're going to clear out the rest of this, and we're going to get to the point where we take down the boss in his first phase. So that's going to be interesting. Until then, thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care, and have a wonderful day.